Welcome to the Lighthouse video series. This is a series focused on trying to share the technologies we offer as a company at Nichols Portland Inc. and offer it to our customers to learn how they can utilize it and use it to its fullest potential. I'm Stephen Medill, and I'm the Executive Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Nichols Portland Inc. Today I've got with me Tom Freemer, our plant manager of our MIM and additive facility, and we have Joe Taylor, manufacturing engineer for our MIM and additive technology. Today, we're coming to you from the Center of Excellence at our Alpha Precision Group facility in Ridgeway, Pennsylvania. In this facility, we focus on the MIM and additive technology, and so today's topic will be focused on that. So gentlemen, thank you for joining me. As 3D printing is becoming quite the buzz, as we've said before, what are some of the considerations that customers need to know about our version of 3D printing?
Yeah, so we utilize Sinter-Based additive manufacturing here. With that, the technologies that we use require sintering, and sintering is probably the single most challenging aspect of the process in additive manufacturing.
Right.
We're taking product that is printed to a specific scale factor, somewhere between 13% and 20% roughly. So there's a pretty significant size change during our sintering process. With that, distortion comes into mind, and the concerns around distortion, especially with complex geometries, and how to mitigate any of the impacts of the distortion in the final component. So we have quite a few different tools that are at our disposal, right, Joe?
So we have a suite of softwares that we can use to predict and counteract the distortion that we would see in sintering. So what we would do is actually, with the model that we're printing, would actually print a live support with that model or with that part. And what that would do would actually shrink with the part and support it through the sintering process.
Right.
So with the software, we can generate that support and kind of predict what the distortion is going to be through sintering, and kind of print a compensated model that would allow that to sink down to its desired shape.
So with that, I guess, Joe, whenever we talk the iterative process around print, sinter, and then what you have at that point, we do have a blue light scanner here where we take the information on the as measured sinter geometry from the first iteration. And the nice thing about our sintering distortion software is you can feed the results from that scan back in and then make a subsequent negative compensation to that model, right?
Sure. Yes, we can do that up to 3 times, and then at that point, that part is as good as it's going to get through the predictive software.
Yeah, and we're very lucky because we do have 3 different, I'm going to call them 3 different type of printers, but 2 different processes, right? We have our binder jet systems, and then we have the mold jet system. So through that, we're able to give our customers kind of options, right? When they come to us and say, hey, I have this part, they're going to want to know like what process fits their product. And so that is a huge benefit, I think, in the marketplace for sure. When it comes to some of the challenges you guys have seen, are there any other design characteristics? We know one of the items our customers struggle with is probably surface finish. Yeah, maybe we do have some capabilities there we could talk about.
We do. Internally here, we have a chemically enhanced media tumble that will improve the surface finish quite a bit. Quantify that would be taking a 200 micro-inch finish down to about a 64 micro-inch finish.
Yep.
Yeah. Just as an example, but there are other different types of hand cut down processing that you can do to prepare the surface even further before that chemically induced media tumble. Right. It can take it even further than the 64 micro-inch finish.
Yeah, and that's really been another kind of area that customers have asked about, because surface finish is obviously, if you see a printed part, it's dull, right? And so sometimes that is a concern, but it's a huge benefit here that we have it in-house and can offer that to our customers. Any other secondary operations you guys would think of that would help as far as the printing side?
Very similar to, when you talk metal injection molding, even when you look at sinter-based additive manufacturing, those materials can go through very similar post-sinter processing as any other materials that are out there. So We do internal heat treating here for 17.4 pH, so we do precipitation hardening. The low alloy steels we are able to send out to local vendors that we have for whether it be case hardening or neutral through hardening. And parts can also be coated in the same processes that other metal forming techniques provide.
Yeah, very unique, because we do really offer a whole suite of different options for our customers, which many of them obviously find that beneficial because we're the one-stop shop for everything.
Absolutely.
So, well, very insightful, guys. Thank you for sharing. If you have a project that you think you'd like us to look at, or we can even come to your facility and do an education event, we'd be happy to do that. You can contact us through the nicholsportlandinc.com website or alphaprecisionpm.com, and we'd be happy to work with you on that. So we hope to hear from you soon.